Hello class. Today we're going to be talking about topic 4.1 over parallel lines and transversals. Most of this unit is going to be vocabulary, so take notes and pay attention. Here later I want you to be able to make sure that you know the difference between angle pairs. That'll be the focus of the lesson. But before we can even get to that, we need to talk about some specific terms. The first one we have is parallel lines. They lie in the same plane. They do not intersect. They have the same slope, and they are equidistant. So in a picture, we'll have two lines, and to verify that they are in fact parallel, they will label them with arrows. Single arrows means that set of lines is parallel. And if I do another pair of parallel lines, I can mark them with double arrows and say that these two are parallel. Now, skew lines are a little bit different. They're similar to parallel lines in that they do not intersect. However, the kicker is that they are not in the same plane. It's very hard to draw a picture of this. Basically, if you have one line that is your desk, and then you have the whiteboard at the front of the class, this line is the whiteboard, and this line that is your desk chair, they won't intersect. Again, a two-dimensional picture just does not do this justice. It's kind of hard to draw skew lines. Now, when we talk about parallel planes, we're talking about planes that don't intersect. So they are parallel, means they are going in the same direction. But they never intersect. So this is plane A and plane B. And planes, remember, they go up forever in all directions. But if they're parallel, they won't cross. You can think of stacks of paper that lay on top of each other as being parallel planes. Basically, two flat surfaces that never touch, those are your parallel planes. So to get a better illustration of what all these are, we're going to talk about and label them on a figure. So our first question is lines that are parallel to AB. Now I do want to remind you that in the video, when we get to examples, you can go ahead and try to answer the questions first and then check to see if you got them right. Feel free to pause, to rewind, to play again. This video is for your benefit. Now a line that's parallel to AB means they're going the same direction and they don't touch. So DC is one pair of parallel lines. And we have another pair of parallel lines. It is this pair of points right here, EF. These lines are parallel to AB because they don't touch. Now we do have other sets of parallel lines. Okay? AD would be parallel with CB. We also have that DE is parallel to CF. And one more set of parallel lines. Hopefully you've seen it by now. BF and AE. Now, notice, to state that lines are parallel, I just use two vertical lines. And that's a shortcut, so you're not having to write the word parallel. I know I misspell it half the time I write it. We're mathematicians, not spellers. We're more worried about getting this. Computer can do spell check for you. Now, a pair of skew lines. And I'm actually going to use a different colored pen for this. If I take the line AB, I want a line that will never touch it and is not parallel. So that tells us that DC and EF, those are not answers. But this line DE, it is not parallel, but these two lines will never touch. There's no fancy symbol for skew, so we'll just either use the word skew or use the word and. Now, if we're talking about parallel planes, then I'm talking about two flat surfaces that will never intersect. So, we have this flat surface, and we have this flat surface. Remember, planes are labeled with three letters. So we have plane A, D, E. It's parallel to plane B, C, F. So, look at this again if you ever get confused about parallel lines, skew lines, and parallel planes. Let's go ahead and get to the meat of this whole unit. The meat is talking about transversals. The whole unit is going to be talking about transversals and angle pairs. So before we can even talk about this, what is a transversal? A transversal is when I have two lines, and then I have a third line that intersects them. So this bold line is my transversal. Now, given this, I'm going to look at my picture, and I would say that line Z is my transversal. Now, that's important because now we're going to talk about angle pairs. And it's very important that you start understanding the names of the angle pairs and what angles they correspond to. The entire unit, again, is based on your angle pairs. So, they were given very descriptive names. Alternate means opposite sides. And interior means that they are your interior angles. So if I want alternate interior, I'm going to start with an interior angle, like number 6. It is inside of my two lines. These are my interior angles. Now, if I pick angle 6, the alternate one with it is not 2. Okay? We want them to be non-adjacent. That means not touching. 6 and 2 make a linear pair. So that's not what I want. I want alternate interior angles. So 6 is alternate interior with 3. They are alternate sides of my transversal. So 6 and 3. Now I have another pair of alternate interior angles. That would be angle 2 with angle 7. Now, because I have alternate interior, we also have alternate exterior. Again, these are on opposite sides of my transversal, but they are exterior. So, I'm not talking about 2, 6, 3, or 7. What I'm talking about is 1, 5, 4, and 8 when we're talking about exterior. So I start with angle 1. Its alternate exterior angle, again, it's not going to be 5. It's going to be jumping over here to 8. 1 and 8 are alternate exterior. Angle 1 and angle 8. I, of course, have another pair of alternate exterior. Starting with angle 5, it would be angle 4. Angle 5 and angle 4. Now, I'm pausing a little bit before I say the second point on my second pair because I want you to see if you can come up with what it is before I do. So now let's go ahead and talk about same side interior angles. Well, same side star by same side means that they're going to be on the same side of the transversal. Interior means we're interior angles. So again, I'm going to start with angle 2. This one is an interior angle. Now, it's not 6. 6 is the linear pair. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the opposite line. So 2 and 3 would be same side interior. My other pair would then be 6 with 7. Well, now we have same side exterior. That means that we're going to be on the outside, but the same side. So 1 would go with 4. And go ahead and try to see if you can figure out what the other one is. 5 would go with 8. Now, these 4 are very nice in the fact that they tell you exactly what we are looking for. Okay, they say alternate sides or same sides, and they say interior or exterior. This last one is not as nice. It just says corresponding. The key phrase for corresponding is they are in the same position. So I'm actually going to have four sets of corresponding angles. Angle 1 is going to correspond with, same spot is 3. Angle 2, of these 4, it's in the lower left. So of these 4, I'm looking lower left, and I see angle number 4. Now angle number 5, of these 4 angles is the top right. So of these 4, I'm also looking top right. That would be angle 7. And then my last pair would be angle 6, with the only angle that is left in the bottom right would be angle number 8. Again, very important that you know these names. Let's go ahead and put them into practice. Here we have These two lines are cut by this transversal. They are also cut by that transversal. And then these two lines are cut by this transversal. So let's go ahead and identify types in transversals. I like to identify the transversal first. So we have 1 and 5. The line they share is C. So my transversal is C. Now 1 and 5, they're located in the same spot. Same spot means corresponding. And you can just do C-O-R-R for corresponding. Now, 4 and 6, the line they share, again, is C. Well, they're on alternate sides, so I'm going to go ahead and write that they are alternate. And they are inside, so I'm going to write that they are interior angles. Alternate sides inside the two. Okay, now 4 and 10. These share line A. They are on opposite sides, which means that they are alternate. But this time they are outside my two lines. So these are exterior. Again, if you feel like pausing the video and answering some of these questions on your own, please feel free to do so. I want to make sure that you understand them before you come to class. So angles 2 and 9. 2 and 9, they share line A. They are on the same side, so I'm going to use SS for this abbreviation. And they are interior to the two lines. 4 and 12, well, they also share line A. And this one is exterior, this one is interior. But they are in the same location. They're both bottom left. So that means that they are corresponding angles. 3 and 9, they also share A. Well, they are alternate sides because they're opposites. 3 and 9 are also interior. We'll look at 2 and 7. These share line C. They are opposite sides, so we're going to put alternate. And 2 and 7 are outside of my 2, so they are exterior. 3 and 12, these share line A. They are the same side, and they are interior. And then last ones, 1 and 7, they share line C. They are on the same side. One of them is exterior, and so is the other one. So same side, exterior. Now, this page right here is the meat of the whole unit. If you don't get this, then you're going to have difficulties with the rest of the unit. So please make sure you understand this before you stop watching this video. Hope you have a good day, and I will see you in class.